The Mini was once a British icon, now owned by BMW, but still made over here. It's on a day like this that this John Cooper Works convertible really shines. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon, and then you won't miss any of our upcoming videos.
They could say they've seen the highest mountain, bottom of the deepest sea, but no one's ever seen a love like this.
Now, for around £25,000 on the Mini website, you can pick up a base model Mini Cooper. However, as soon as you upgrade that trim, the price jumps up rapidly as well. We've got many pre-loved options on the website, meaning that you can save yourself a little cash and still enjoy everything that the Mini's got to offer. Now, even without the badges, you'll never mistake a Mini when you see one. The classic look has become a firm favourite with many people, and I'd have to agree that they really do look the part. From these big round classic headlights right through to the Union Jack tail lights, it still feels like that British icon that it once was, despite being owned by the German brand BMW. The sporty look of this particular model is absolutely fantastic, and I've got to say I'm a little bit in love with this colour. Now, you don't tend to get too much room in the back seats of convertibles. However, this one isn't too bad for occasional use, and there's always the option, if there's two of you going away, you can chuck some bags in the back seat, because with the top down, boot space is a little bit limited, but with the top up you do get a bit more space. However, it's not exactly what you'd call a family size boot. However, we do need to do the boot test. Now, I've pre-filled this with 3 of my trusty shopping bags, and whilst I couldn't get any more in right now with the lid down, there is a little bit more room there for a few more items if you needed. And it's not too bad. I've got 3 shopping bags in there, so it wouldn't be too bad, this, and I've seen a lot smaller from convertibles. Let's put the top up and see how many more bags I can get in. So now that we've got the roof up, let's see how many more bags we can get into this boot space. Now, I've only got 2 with me, so I've got those 2 in. I could probably get a third. So in actual fact, it's probably a 6-bag boot, which is actually a lot more than I thought it would be. I'm quite impressed with that. Now, you do get substantially more room in other Minis in the range, and I guess if you're buying this, you're not really buying it as a family car. However, it does have Isofix in the back and in the front passenger seat, so I wouldn't necessarily count it out. In the front, everything just looks solid and well made. I'm looking around and I'm feeling everything, and nothing looks or feels cheap. It really is a well-made car. When we start her up, apart from your standard equipment like Bluetooth, DAB radio, etc., you've got options for sat-nav, cruise control, your Apple CarPlay, media, your apps, everything like that. We've got heated front windshield. We've got reversing sensors because the view is restricted a little bit when the top's down, and we've also got a reversing camera. So in terms of technology and how this feels, it's fantastic. I can't wait to drive this. So I guess when the weather's like this, you can drop the top, kick back and enjoy a fantastic drive. This is a 176 brake horsepower John Cooper Works model, and it is fantastic. Off the mark, it's away. And I've got to say, it finds a fantastic balance between power and stability. And when you hit these country winding roads like this, it really is a fantastic drive. The handling is just superb. It's small and nippy enough that you can just whip it around if you go the wrong way, which I tend to do, and then you're away again. It is an absolute dream to drive. It really, really is. Now, whilst the suspension is stiff enough to give it great stability, it's not too harsh on the bumps. Going over speed bumps now, it's relatively comfortable. It handles them really, really well. And there is one drawback to having a convertible and having the roof down. The farmer's been out spreading, and it reeks. Woo! I said at the beginning of the video that it's on a day like this that this car would shine, and boy does it shine. The 176 brake horsepower gives you plenty of power, but yet it's still comfortable. I'm not being thrown around, my passengers won't be thrown around. It's still an enjoyable drive. Same to you. The cows like it. And we've got a Mini in front of us. I wish we had a third so we could go recreate the Italian job. This truly is just glorious to drive. And even when you hit a small village and it's time to chill, it does it beautifully. Then when the time comes, kick it into gear and away you go. In terms of the functions, the touchscreen is very responsive and it's crystal clear to see. I do like the large display in the middle of these Minis. I think they're really, really good. I do like that Mini have moved the speedometers back to this digital screen here so we can make better use of this screen in the middle. And like I said, the sat-nav is crystal clear. The touchscreen is superb to use, and you've got little controls down here, so while you're cruising you can just scroll through your media. Just makes driving this car even better. And I love the sound of the engine. It's enough to let you know that it's got some power, but not so obnoxious that it spoils everybody's day. Cabin noise is quite excessive because I've got no cabin. Actually, it's not, to be fair. I can hold a perfectly reasonable conversation. I can hear everything that's going on around me, so it just adds to the superb drive. So my verdict, well, if you're looking for a spacious family car, this may not be for you. But don't necessarily count it out, as I said before. If you're looking for a fun and exciting drive with a little bit of power, but yet plenty of comfort, then on a sunny day like this, you really can't get much better than the Mini Cooper Convertible, in my opinion. As I said, have a look at the website below, see what options we've got available. If this car isn't for you, then I'm sure we've got something else that is. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you can keep up to date with everything. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm off to enjoy this some more.
They could say they've seen the highest mountain, bottom of the deepest sea, but no one's ever seen a love like this. Available.com